Hi, my name is Adrian Garcia and I will be offering a proposal for General Motors. This proposal actually builds off of an idea that's already implemented in today's manufacturing process, and the main reason I created this proposal is because in recent years, General Motors has had problems with recalls and other defective products that have ultimately hurt the brand image and have caused customers to lose trust in General Motors products. In 2014, this is when a main breakout actually happened with ignition switches, which caused 1.5 million vehicles to be recalled, which ultimately cost the company over $200 million. My main goal for this proposal is to help General Motors regain the brand image that they once had and gain customers that they once never had. So you might ask how I'm doing this. General Motors has already implemented an idea using radio frequency identification bolts, which are pretty much little bolts that are screwed into, right now, just the engine blocks, and they are able to send signals to sensors that ultimately eliminate any possible defects going through the manufacturing line. My idea is to expand on this already implemented idea of radio frequency bolts. That bolt that I just showed you guys right now is the prototype that is used in engine blocks today, which, if we come over here, we have a General Motors product, and the radio frequency bolts are actually screwed into the engine itself. And by doing this, General Motors has been able to cut out a lot of its problems in the engines, but with my new idea, I hope to cut out the problems in all parts that specifically have caused General Motors to have recalls. So now that I have talked about the company's goals that I have in mind and how this antenna inside of the bolt actually works, it actually saves data as right now as the bolt transfers through the manufacturing process, and this bolt is actually going to be implemented through the same process that the other one is implemented through. So what we have are scanners, about 50 scanners that the parts actually go through. The bolts will transfer the radio waves, and this will notify workers if something is alerted and more attention needs to be paid to a certain part. So it's not like the implementation process will be difficult. So by implementing this idea to parts like I have mentioned before, like the ignition switches, the same process will be applied, and GM will ultimately be able to cut out all of the recent recalls and defects that have caused the company massive amounts of money and consumer trust. So you guys might ask how long this will take. This will not take as long as it seems, coming up with a bolt that ultimately is able to transmit waves and alert if any defects are inside of the manufactured part. But I have outlined a timeline and budget that will be approximately a year long that includes prototype development and also testing along with the installation of the bolt. I have amounted the budget to be around $2 million, and this will cover everything from employee wages to manufacturing the part itself and implementing it into the factories. So concluding my proposal, my main goal is to help General Motors not only regain the trust of its customers, but help to avoid future problems with lawsuits and these defective products that have hurt the company in the past. With this new radio frequency bolt, I hope that it eliminates all possibility of recalls in not only the engine block itself, but other parts that, like ignition switches, airbags, stuff like that. So if we are able to implement this in our company, customers will be able to trust the product that we sell them. So with this data bolt, I see General Motors shooting to the top of the automobile industry again. I just want to thank the board of directors in allowing me to pitch my idea of this new radio frequency identification bolt. Thank you.